The White Room, Mackay, QLD. Mackay is a coastal town with sugar mills, storms, and history buried under cane and salt water. But if you ask longtime locals, they'll talk about one place more than any other, the old hospital, torn down in the early 2000s. But the stories never left. They say parts of it still stand, and some say they've been inside even though that shouldn't be possible. This story is based on real reports from nurses, urban explorers, and residents who lived nearby. Some of them never went back. Part 1. The Room with No Number. Back in the late 80s, hospital staff would whisper about a white room on the second floor of the north wing. No room number, no patient records. But sometimes, you'd hear machines beeping from behind that door. One night, a nurse followed the sound and opened it. She said the walls were pure white, the air freezing, and there was someone lying in the bed, completely still. She turned to get help. When she looked back, the bed was empty. That nurse quit 2 weeks later. Part 2. The Basement Morgue. Before demolition, explorers who snuck into the building swore the old morgue in the basement was still intact. They found body drawers, tools, even medical tags scattered on the floor. One of them, a local uni student, said they heard whispering. Only it wasn't around them. It was coming from inside a drawer. When he touched it, his flashlight died. He left and never went back. Part 3. The Blackout Patient. In 1996, a major storm hit Mackay. The hospital lost power for 6 hours. Generators kicked in for most areas, but the maternity ward went dark. Midwives and nurses later told conflicting stories. One said she saw a man standing in the hallway even though no visitors were allowed. Another said a patient went into sudden shock for no reason. But the creepiest part, one nurse reported that a baby vanished from its bassinet during the blackout, only to be found minutes later on a different floor, completely unharmed, but freezing cold. Security footage from that night was erased during a surge. Part 4. After demolition. Even after the hospital was torn down, locals living nearby say the land feels wrong. Some claim they've seen lights flickering in thin air where the second floor used to be. Others swear they hear the sound of carts wheeling across tiles, even though the lot is now just grass. One man jogging past said he saw a woman in a hospital gown standing in midair where the maternity window once was. She smiled at him, and then was gone. Part 5. What locals say. The old hospital was meant to heal, but something stayed sick inside those walls. Mackay locals still talk about shadow patients walking through locked doors, nurses who left without giving notice, equipment that worked in rooms no longer powered, and some believe that White Room was never built for the living.